All right. So because this is an angular house, things tend to appear, but usually when they do appear, it's specifically associated with your career, whatever career vocation that you have. This would be the number one place to look to determine where a person is going to see progress in their career. And so that's where you would need to look specifically for that. So it's the career, whatever type of career you're going to take on. In addition to that, it refers to the company that you work for. The company could be, well, let me just put it to you this way. When there are transits from the outside planets, you might see something that happens. So let's say if you have a transiting planet like Jupiter transiting your 10th house, and that may result in you seeing some type of activity in the company that you work for. Like something's happening related to that. So that's what I mean, the company you work for. You could also see some progressed aspect involving the 10th house. Could be the ruler of the 10th house. It could also be the MC, or what they call the midheaven, which also represents career in your company. In addition to that, it can also represent your boss, your supervisor, the direct person that you work with. You could have a progressed aspect, and it could reference something your boss says or does. It can represent a change of bosses or supervisors. So sometimes I see stuff like that as well. So just overall, to be honest with you, the 10th house is pretty cut and dry. As Capricorn is a very ambitious sign, all about progress, moving forward, moving up the ladder. This is basically what the 10th house is about. It's usually about your navigation of your career or whatever vocation you've chosen, as well as the company that you work for. So what's the takeaway out of all of this? Out of the earth houses, what do we get from this? Well, a couple of things. For one, the earth houses, which by the way are the 2nd, 6th, and 10th house in your chart, they're very practical houses. The subject of earning money and spending money on bills, to taking care of your health, your diet and exercise, as well as your work environment, how you work, all the way to your career and the trajectory that you take in order to succeed professionally. All of those are very mundane, practical things. And these houses address the things that we sometimes have to do in order to live and make the absolute most of, basically so that we can have the things that we want. This is the working part. The earth houses are like the working part of your chart. And I guess when you compare the earth houses to the fire houses, I suppose you could say that the fire houses are more about the spirit of you and what you like to do, just going out and doing things that you want to do, and exploring the things that you want to do, whether it's study or some hobby that you do, or just showing off, being yourself or whatever like that. But the earth houses aren't about your spirit per se. They're not about having fun. They're not about going out and dating and painting the town red. They're not about your self-expression and how you show up in the world in terms of your personality or the things that you love to research deeply, such as whether it's a philosophy or religion or something like that. Now, this area, the earth houses, are all about the practical part of life. The things that we have to do, even stuff that we don't want to do. And so when you're looking at your chart, it may be helpful to look at it in this way. The 2nd and the 6th and the 10th house are all about how focused you are on doing the work to get the things that you want.